just let me know, okay? Give this to your English teacher. When you're finished, you can... Thank you. Oops. Don't worry. Okay, hello everybody.
Hello.
Hi, hello. My name is Brianna. And have any of you been in my class before? Yes, I see some of you look familiar, okay. So, this week and last week, I've been focusing on something called mystery. So mystery is when something happens and we don't know how, why, or where, but we want to know. Okay, so we're going to learn about mystery today. So here, the first thing we will do, okay, is I'm going to read you 3 mysteries that maybe you have never known about, okay, that might be new to you, okay, but they're very big mysteries in the world, okay. So I'll go very, very slow, okay, I'll explain everything, and we'll talk about the vocabulary later, okay. So these are the unsolved mysteries of the world, meaning they're still mysteries. Nobody has ever solved them, okay? Today, we often pride ourselves in the advanced medicine, technology, and scientific proficiency of our world. And yet history is full of stories, proving that the world is still mysterious, and that all our advancements can't satisfy us with answers. Okay, Okay, so here it says we have computers, GPS, we have cell phones, we have a lot of science and technology, but there are still things that happen in the world that we don't know why, or we can't explain. Okay? And there will continue to always be mysteries. Okay? So if you see, like, there's a famous TV or a cartoon called Conan. Conan. Okay, he solves mysteries, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen Scooby-Doo? Scooby-Doo? You know? It's the dog who solves mysteries. The dog. Yeah, when I was little, I loved to watch Scooby-Doo and see him solve mysteries. Another more famous and older mystery would be with Sherlock Holmes. Do you guys know? Sherlock Holmes. Don't know what his Chinese name is, but do you know Robert Downey Jr.? Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, so
Iron
he
Man.
had, Iron Man. He did 2 movies on Sherlock Holmes. There was a mystery. He was a detective. Yeah, so that's really, really famous, okay? So they solve mysteries. So today we'll learn a little bit more about that. Okay. So our first mystery is called The Green Children of Woolpit. Okay? The Green Children of Woolpit. So if you look at this picture here, okay, it's about these 2 kids. And what's wrong with them? What's different with them? It's a boy and a girl, but what's weird? What's strange? They have green skin. Yeah, their skin is green. Okay, so this happened in 12th century England. So that's about almost 1,000 years ago. Okay. And it happened in England, in a small town, a small village in England. Harvesters working outside the village of Woolpit caught sight of a young girl and boy. They wore clothes of unknown material and spoke an unknown language, but these details were not as strange as the green color of their skin. The boy grew sick and died, but the girl survived, eventually losing her green tint, learning English, and marrying an English man. Okay, so about 1,000 years ago, in England, some people were outside the village, okay, working in the fields, okay, bringing in pumpkins and corn and food for winter, when out of the forest came a little boy and girl. The first thing they thought was strange was their skin, because it was green. Who has green skin? Okay. The second was their clothes. Their clothes were very strange. And the third was the language. They did not speak English. And they spoke another language that nobody understood. Okay. So the little boy, he died. He grew sick and he died. But the little girl, she grew up and her skin wasn't green anymore. Okay, when she grew up, her skin became a normal color. Okay, and she actually married an English man. Okay. Now, one idea says that they were Belgian immigrants separated from their parents during a nearby battle. Living in a dark forest with little food is said to account for their green skin color. Okay, so one idea is that they're from another country. Okay, Belgium. Belize. Okay, so one idea is that they're from Belgium and there was a war in Belgium, so they escaped with their family to England. And somehow, when they came to England, they got separated from their family and got lost in the forest. Now, a forest can be very dark and very big. So some people think that it was so dark in the forest and they were there so long that their skin turned green.
Oh.
Which would be a little strange, okay? I'm not sure that could happen. You guys can try to live in a forest and see if your skin turns green, but I don't know if it will work, okay? The other idea is that they are aliens from another planet or dimension. Okay, so in a lot of alien movies, alien pictures, aliens have green skin, right? So some people think, well, they're just aliens and they came to Earth. So that was another very strange thing. But it's hard to believe this story because it's so strange. But there's no proof, and there's not enough about this story to say it's wrong. So that's why it's a mystery, okay? That we're not able to solve it because we don't know if it's right or wrong. And we don't have any proof to say it's wrong or it's right. So that's why it's still a mystery. Okay, the second mystery is about the Bronze Age. Now, the Bronze Age was a period of time in history, okay, thousands and thousands of years ago, maybe 20 to 30,000 years ago, and it lasted for maybe 1,000 or more years, okay. So the Bronze Age is when people started using a bronze metal to make tools and weapons. Okay, for like swords and spears and arrows, they started using bronze. When before, they were using stone, okay, rocks. So now they were using bronze. So this is about how did the Bronze Age end? Okay, because it ended, but its ending was very strange. So this is a little more difficult for us to understand, so I'll try to go nice and slow. Okay. The unexpected end of the Bronze Age is a mystery. Seeing the sudden end of several strong civilizations. What could bring powers such as the Assyrians, Canaanites, and Egyptians to their knees? Okay, so during the Bronze Age, there were several groups of very powerful people. Okay, they had advanced weapons, advanced thinking, big cities, okay? They were more advanced than other people of their time. And that's why they were called civilizations, okay? So during the Bronze Age, there were three, okay, or actually four. The Egyptians, do you guys know Egypt? Okay, the Egyptians, the Assyrians, the Canaanites, and the Sea Peoples. Okay, four groups of very powerful people during that age. And they often fought with each other. Okay. So they said the answer may be on a column in the great Egyptian city of Tanis. They came from the sea in their warships, and none could stand against them. So before now, nobody had really known what happened to these groups of powerful people. They just disappeared. At the end of the Bronze Age, they were just gone. They died out. And it was very strange. And so in the city called Tanis in Egypt, there is a column. Okay, so a column is like a big pillar, and it holds the roof of a house up. Okay, on the column there were some pictures and writing that said that there was a group of people who attacked everyone from the ocean. So they came by ocean and attacked different cities. So this group of people were called the Sea Peoples. Okay, the Sea Peoples. And they're still unidentified today. And they're often blamed for the end of the Bronze Age. They attacked coastal cities repeatedly and often won battles even though their weapons were inferior. After about 100 years of conflict, the Sea Peoples vanished when Egypt finally defeated them in 1178 BC. The Sea Peoples seem to have been made up of peoples from different groups, but all evidence is unclear. How did such a force gather, and where did they go? Recent studies show that the Bronze Age may have ended due to droughts rather than these ancient warriors, but the mystery endures. Okay, so the Bronze Age, 1,000, 3,000 years of very strong people just ended. It just ended very quickly and abruptly, and there was no reason, there was no proof as to what happened. So people who study history have two different ideas. The first is the Sea Peoples destroyed everyone. Okay. The second is that there was drought, there was no rain for a long time. And so the animals and plants, the food all was gone. So they all died because they were hungry, they were starving. So that's the second idea. But still, nobody knows for sure. Alright, and then the last mystery, the third mystery, you guys might know this one, okay? This is about Amelia Earhart. Okay, and Amelia Earhart was a very famous American woman. She was going to be